Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, where we're still haven't made any changes to the deck. I still keep on wondering about that alchemist boy who gives mana, because he's a very useless card if I get it after like the 10th card in the deck. If I get it before that, then it can be a very, very useful card. If it's the 10th card after, it's basically the same thing as a 2/5 card of no meaning. Like, it doesn't synergize with anything. It just goes into the field, and life happens if there's other cards in there that give life from creatures, but that's really it. I do wonder, like, should I maybe not have it then? It's it's very much on the limit of being pulled out for sure, I think. Because I think it is useless if I do not get that within the first few cards. Because my cards are still cheap, so if I play my hand into being... Oh, well, here. It happened here. Let's give it a look. Although if I don't get any other... any land to play to begin with, then it doesn't really matter, though, does it? I need a white mana more acutely, but if I don't pull any mana within the next 2 turns, I need to quit anyway. Okay, yeah, so this turn I can still try. The next turn, if mana doesn't come, we need to just... we need to leave, because there's nothing to be done, you know? No. I'll try one more. One more turn, just for the sake of being absolutely certain. But I don't think anything can be done. Well, I got that 1 mana. I made a promise to see if it goes somewhere. We'll play this, but again, if the 3rd mana doesn't come, it's over. If they destroy this one, what's the point? And they actually probably will. They have a burn card of 2 mana, surely, in there. But still, if I don't get a 3rd mana... Because that's the thing with the Alchemist, though. It's so specific, because if I don't have a 4th mana already in the game, right? Then I can't play it to begin with. If I have 4 mana in the game, chances are I don't need the extra mana all that badly, you know? It's kind of pointless, yes? Like, why would be bothering, you know? That's a pretty fun little mechanic they had going on. I got the 3rd mana, though. Should I? Yay! Not a super efficient use of the mana, but I suppose it's fine. Right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. That is a bunch of mana they have, for sure. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Okay, and then we add some mana through all of this, right? Kymmenen. I'd actually get 13 damage in if I wanted to. That's pretty funny. I don't really get any good creatures in here though. Yeah, it was a fun thing to try, but it doesn't really like they have all like I can't survive this turn. Bye. Well, I mean, I gave it an honest shot though. I promised, and I did. But at that point, the next turn I'd be dead, unless I sacrifice all of my creatures, and then I'd still be dead because I don't have anything else to pull. But at least it wasn't like a cheap garbage deck. It was a simple, like a quick aggression red deck. A boring one slightly, but still. A decently honest combo. If like boring, you see too much of them, that they're really, really boring, but yeah. Like, hey, I'll use some fire to kill stuff and then do quick creatures with double strike. Add a thing, brah. Like, come on, shut up, fuck off. It's so boring. But it really isn't their fault that Wizards of the Coast sabotaged my game. Oh, I do need to let go of that card, though. It was useful in that specific one game. Actually, we're gonna fix it off right now. Or wait, we can't. We're apparently waiting for an opponent. I need to get rid of that card. It's useless. In a very, 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 very specific sense, I might be able to play one extra card for in my game, and getting a specific circumstance to get use of that is so rare and unusual. There's no point. If you're gonna draw me, you might as well give me a win for it, you piece of shit video game. Okay. So let's try to be somewhat quick about it. So Accomplished Alchemist away. Now let's go back. I did something I shouldn't have. Too quick, too easy to make a double click. Yeah. It's probably good to have something that's by, like, at most 4 mana deep, or costly, rather. I guess I could... How many creatures do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21. Well, more than 20 is the point. Okay, because I'm wondering about the... Hold on, the not owned clerics or whatever. Like, there's one kind of an interesting one I could get... Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. One more. There you go. No hurry. Like, sometimes the game just crashes when you search for a word. Let's see. should be somewhere around here. Because I think it is a cleric. I could be an angel, I suppose. And maybe it's an angel. Hold on. No, this one. Inquisitor Captain. 4 mana to use, Vigilance. When Inquisitor Captain enters the battlefield, if you cast it and there are 20 or more creature cards with mana value 3 or less among creature cards in your graveyard, hand, and library, seek 2 creature cards with mana value 3 or less. Put one of them in the battlefield and put the other into your library. This card is really good. And the one minus is I don't own it yet. I'd need to buy, I think, Innistrad Alchemy packs to get it randomly. It will be in rotation in the next bit as well, but I don't know yet if I'll be playing Alchemy or Standard, though. That's the one thing. Like, I have a bunch of rare wild cards, but I don't have, like, I have 28. It is a number, but it's... I'm so close to finishing up this, this mastery season that I kind of probably shouldn't do more crafting, especially if they're not both in Standard and Alchemy, which that's not gonna be. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious why I don't see that more often, though. I've never seen that played. But that card looks really good. It's an ever so slightly expensive card, that's fair, but it's still really good, though. Okay, what clerics do I have? Kitesail Cleric, Flyer... Unholy Efficient, Luminarch Aspirant. I had Angel of Unity, but it really isn't super useful, I find. It doesn't make that much of a difference. The good options are obviously Hallowed Priest and Impassioned Orator. I'll check through the Angels as well, but I'll try to be quick about this. Clement Novice Acolyte is a possibility. It's not a super expensive specialization either. Although discarding cards is kind of expensive for me nonetheless, unless they're not usable plains cards, I suppose. Inspiring Overseer is one of those cases where it may be a good thing to own, or it may not be. It's kind of like, it's a very weak card to put in the field, even when you synergize it with the Righteous Valkyrie for getting 1 life for that. It would be a better card if it would be 1/2, but it isn't. So it's kind of like those... Inspiring Overseer gives you 1 card when you put it in the field. Yes, but it's a 2-in-1 flyer, which means that it's almost completely useless as a creature. It has no interesting synergies to improve it on its own. So in a way, you kind of want any other card than Inspiring Overseer in your hand. The one thing it has going for it, you get a creature in the field while getting a card to replace it in the... But it's still like... It's... When I had that, I used to have that in the deck for a while, but I always felt like, well, but I would rather have any other card than this. Apart from maybe a land card. So it's... It doesn't really feel like it's as useful as it may seem. Moradin's Disciples is interesting because having a double team would... Like, it would give me stuff to play. It would have basically 2 of these in my thing to, like, improve my deck. Like, that's not a terrible thing. This is just slightly too expensive for me. That's also a problem. Torrents is not a horrible idea either. It would need some situational stuff going on there, but still. It would add creatures on the field, if nothing else. Angel. I used to play Giada, but I don't really have that many angels to make it worth my while, and it just didn't seem to be as useful as I hoped. For some reason, I'm still liking Lulu, though. Lulu is fine enough, I find. I often wonder about this one. Like, I'm probably just underappreciating the abilities of this. You may pay 2 an exiled creature card from the graveyard rather than paying the spell's mana cost. Angel the Quartermaster. Angel Quartermaster enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on each of the 2 other target creatures. That's not really that good either. Enduring Angel is quite good. It's also really expensive, though. Same for Angelic Guardian. And Shepherd of the Cosmos. The thing with Shepherd of the Cosmos is you can at least foretell it, so you can use it with 4 mana, like 4 first and 2, like 2 first and 4 later, but I don't know. It does require the circumstance of having something that's dead. I guess that can happen. You know what? I'll try this. Maybe it'll be useful one day, and I'll just see if it's actually useful. If it doesn't, we'll try something else. Because having 2 mana worth of dead creatures is decently common in the end. And if I think about it, I have the green resurrection card that's 3 mana, right? So having a 3/3 flyer and a resurrected into the battlefield 2 mana creature for a total of 6 mana is... That's basically the same as having a 3/3 flyer and the resurrection anyway. I get to play something at the beginning at least. We'll see how this goes. I have no uses for the healing at... Like, I have no creatures that use the healing, but still. This could go places, or it could not, but... At least it doesn't look like it's doomed from the beginning. And not being doomed from the beginning is a good start. Also, I just realized the Ethereal Escort artwork is created by someone called Darken. So I would imagine it's a pseudonym. Again, that waiting out might have been a tactic. I don't think, like, that's happened a lot of times. Both, a few times in the card choosing bit, and many, many times in the first round bit. Like, maybe it's some sort of a discard card, like a tactic. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, it happens often enough, and then they start playing. that it's probably a thing I just don't know about. Like, maybe they get to keep one more card for the future turns and it somehow makes sense. I don't know. I wonder if they exploded because the time ran out, or if they very quickly conceded at the very end. Because I do wonder, like, when one leaves, does the opponent still have to keep killing them up until they reach 0, or do they indeed explode when they... Because sometimes they just discard a card automatically and keep going. So I'd need to probably ask someone who's experienced these things more than I have. But yeah, that is the first match I believe I've ever had where from the very beginning, the person did nothing, played nothing, and end. Like, not even move the mouse, it's just like, gone. Goshintai of Ancient Wars, legendary enchantment creature, shrine. First strike. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1 mana. When you do, Goshintai of Ancient Wars deals X damage to target player or planeswalker, where X is the number of shrines you control. This can be really good. This can be quite good, for sure. The one problem it has is, like, legendary is actually never a good thing. It just means you can have only one of them at the same time, but still, on the battlefield. No, that is a nickname right there, or a username. I get something in the field on the first turn, so that much is always nice. I do need another white mana to play a Voice of the Blessed, though, and I need it right quick. The Prosperous Innkeeper works too. Okay, yeah. For 1 treasure mana, at least, to get things going. I wonder if that's a very quick use of Patriarch's Humiliation, though. Like, yeah, now the Veteran does nothing but it is a 1/1 creature, but... Okay, I don't want to risk not having a white mana in there. I just can't. If I don't get a Plains mana, I'll still be able to play the Righteous Valkyrie in the next turn, and then my turns still have some meaning going on, you know? I do need to destroy Xander's Wake, though. Same thing, though. If I don't get the white mana, I can't play... Like, I cannot risk that, you know? I just cannot. I knew I could have gotten the Righteous Valkyrie, like, life increase use already, but I just... What if I don't get a Plains card? And it quite easily might indeed happen. At least now I can play the Righteous Valkyrie next turn, or the Banishing Slash, either or. Oh, hi, hello, bye. I think I made the right call. I'll never know what I'll I would have gotten as a card from the top of my deck now, but I think that was the right call. I'm learning to play the game better through Stockholm Syndrome, but that still counts. 25 XP and 50 coins. Boom, boom, boom. Oh man, that is an entire accomplishment, though. Holy crap. Okay, yeah, I we didn't unfortunately get a good chance to see if the Shepherd of the Cosmos was a good addition. In my experience, though, it usually is a good idea to add stuff that resurrects cards for me, even with a limitation like 2 mana. I think it happens often enough that I have something to put in there for sure. And almost all of my 2 mana cards are useful, either healers or users of healing. I believe all of those creatures are that. They're Inspired Orator, Hallowed Priest, Innkeeper, Lunarch Veteran in a sense, although it's gonna be a the spirit flying form, the spirit cleric thing. That's a flyer 1/1. And the Trelasaras can be 2 mana. I think that's all of the 2 mana creatures I have. So yeah, they're all useful for the healing engine. So it's when that happens, it's gonna be good. Alrighty. Good. So, I should probably consider calculating how close I am to the mastery bit I'm looking for at some point, but I'll probably take a little bit of a more detailed look at that on my own. But yeah, if it's 100 there, so yeah, it's yeah, it's all about the couple of questions that, like, at what time of day does the mastery thing expire? Is there gonna be an extra daily that I'm not aware of, or no? If there isn't, it's not gonna be quite enough. At least I think I calculated it correctly. Then it's gonna be 600 plus the 10 times 75 is 250, 850. Right, yeah. If there is an extra daily, then it's going to be enough to give me the one more level that I'm looking for. If not, then not, but I pulled off everything I could to get me as far as I could in this. That's at least nice. That's at least good. And, like, if this doesn't go the way I hope, that it's going to be a tiny bit of an extra 3 hours of a daily quest. If it isn't that, then honestly 20 or 30 even. Well, not quite that many. From like, it's gonna be from 600. Calculate back 25. Well, no. 4 wins of the ones I've gotten would have been in vain. But that's not so bad. But we'll know a little better. I actually will possibly know closer tomorrow if I need to play another set of 10 or no. That's also actually a decently important detail to be aware of. So that's a good thing to keep an eye on as well. So let's see if we can make the pen make some noises. There you go. Because it's going to be 10 times 25. Go. Okay, cool. But sure, if you are, though, watching this on YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed. And if you have, remember, punch that like button like it's the face of a player who is using the mechanics that force opponents to discard cards. Right there, like, there you go. And if indeed the subscribe button, the same thing, just imagine the face of the player who uses, like, making opponents reveal their hand and discard their cards. Imagine that the subscribe button is their face, and you just kick it right in the teeth, like, there you go. So that is how happiness is achieved. I've really read a bunch of literature on this point, so that's That's a good thing to do. However, I think if I'm getting this right, unless I forgot to list the number of losses, that's 10 wins, 4 losses. That's my second best or the best day ever. Huh. Well, that's just sometimes what it happens. Although I probably just missed out on marking a loss or two. I tend to forget about that. I probably need to go back and double check though. Okay, but yeah. Indeed, in the YouTube. See you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day and have an excellent week as well. And see ya.